the actual fuck? I know I watched this shit with Gigs. We had no issues whatsoever. And that was only a year and a half ago. But this really throws a fucking monkey wrench in my plans. Because I don't know if I want to try to do Plan 9 or my fucking W for the same shit. I have to find a royalty-free, copyright-free. What was the other one that was? I do have one. Hold on. I remember watching. I wonder if I wrote it down. I did. All right, let's see. Let's see here. No, not on Google. What is going to do? Stand by. I'm sorry, guys. What was the one that I was... Yeah, that's just copyright. There was one that I was watching that I was looking up. There's one I was looking up, and I was like, oh. Unfortunate. This is unfortunate. I don't have the brain power for this shit right now. All right, I'm looking to see if there's a copyright here. Shut up. All right, I don't see a copyright on this one. I don't know what the fuck it's about. I don't know what the fuck it's about. We're just gonna jump in and hopefully, I mean, if I get shut down again, that might be an issue. So let's turn this pack rock off that I got playing for whatever reason. All right, this movie's called Under Western Stars. It's 1938. There's no copyright on it. It's gotta be fucking royalty free. If it's not, then they're gonna fucking kill my channel. I don't think they would kill my channel. I don't know. I seriously hope not. Some fucking horseshit. No, it'll just say I got a copyright. But it won't be a strike. Either way, if they copyright me again, they gotta do a strike, then I mean, who cares? Hayden My Awards Banquet. Oh, it's Jim and his talk to text. Hayden My Awards Banquet. All right, let's try it. Fuck it. Roy Rogers, the Lone Star Channel. This guy's got 1.07 subscribers. So we're just gonna fucking do it. What's this shit about? I have no idea. Full screen. Yeah, no copyright. I don't see a copyright anywhere. Not a one. All right. If something happens with this, then I'm just gonna hook up the Elgato and we'll play some games or something. But I don't know what the fuck this is about. Oh, hold on. My bad. I'm an idiot. I was wondering why it wouldn't let me go back. This is so it's a rootin' tootin' shooting them up right now.
Got the hammer faster. Get going. Yeah, hurry up there. I'm getting hungry. Come on, Roy. Hey, somebody's a shooting.
No.
Why, there too. I heard them.
Sound like it's over to the dam. Let's get going.
Dude, I'm looking at my phone. There's a stream going on there too. I just keep looking. Usually I'll see it on my phone, or one of you guys will be like, what
Yes,
the fuck?
follow my
Oh,
orders.
there goes.
Use all the force that's necessary. I'll have the sheriff over from his ranch right away. Hello, operator. Give me 21, party in.
You guys hear it okay?
Hello.
Hello, sheriff. There's another fight at the dam. Those ranches are broken loose again.
Well, why don't you give him some order then?
That's our business. Are you going to do your duty, or do we have to kill some of those fools?
Nice.
All right, I'll get out there as soon as I can.
The music sounds like when Ralphie's featuring about his gun.
I'll bet that's Lem and Hank. They wasn't fooling when they said they was going to raid the dam.
I guess you're right.
Hey, there's a couple more of them company guards.
Yeah. Well, I'll stop them.
What the fuck is going on? Well, these guys, so the people in white are the good guys. The dirty looking guys are the
You might as well surrender.
might as well.
Hold it. All right, keep them up.
Hey, you.
Come on, let's get to that bell. Hey, wait a minute.
There's some horsemen coming down there. It's probably the sheriff. You better go home and take care of that harm. I'll get the water to you.
All right, Roy.
Well, we gotta work fast. Blow the lock and open that valve.
You boys turn them guards loose.
Wait a minute, Sheriff. Hold it.
Don't you point that gun at me, Roy.
I don't know how else to keep you waiting, Sheriff. The old-timers that are getting this water need it mighty bad.
I'm going to have to take you in.
Take it easy. We'll go along to jail peaceably as soon as we get enough water, but not until we do. I said take it easy.
That's a fine way for you to act. Roy Rogers, son of a congressman, fighting the water company.
If my dad had lived, there wouldn't have been any water company.
Just the same, the law's the law, and property's property. And there goes ours, 100 feet a second. Make them turn off that water.
There's a lot of water. You fucking kid.
Hey! I dropped the valve wheel!
You fellas got any other way of shutting that water off? There ain't another valve wheel like that in the whole county. All right, Roy. There ain't no use you hold us here any longer.
Don't be downhearted, Sheriff.
You won't be so chipper when you get behind bars, Roy.
Behind jail bars, huh? Well, Sheriff, that reminds me. Send my mail to the county jail.
Send our mail to the county jail. Tell our saddle pals tonight they've got to move to life. Send our mail to the county jail. Say goodbye to your favorite gal. Say goodbye to your special gal. We're supposed to have a date, but we reckon we'll
So
be late.
he was trying to do that on purpose.
To my favorite gal.
Tonight when coyotes howl and mountain lions prowl, I'll be watching the moon and counting the stars. Can't you see me looking through the jail bars?
Pass the hat and collect our bail. Pass the hat and collect our bail. If they ask you where I am, say I've been an awful jam. Send that mail to the county jail.
Yeah, it's like headbutting. Yes. One. What's going on up here?
Whoa! 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 Whoa, Nellie! Whoa!
Going to hell back then.
Stop ringing that bell! What do you want on here? I said stop ringing that bell, huh?
One. Get one.
Stop it!
I thought you said you were coming along peaceably.
Well, I did, but Nellie didn't.
Once a fire horse, always a fire horse, bro.
Tiffany.
You mean every time that knothead hears a bell, she's going to act like that?
That's right.
She's
She ain't with me. I'll give her a good selling before anybody finds out about them tricks.
Stop this noise! You're disturbing the meeting.
Well, Roy, my boy, I'm glad to see you.
Well, how are you, Mayor?
Fine, fine. I see you brought all your boys to town for the meeting. Come right in, boys.
They can't. They're under arrest.
What's the charge? I don't want Roy to miss the meeting.
He's charged with trespassing on the water company's property, fighting with their guards and stealing their water.
If that's the case, I'll hold court right here and now. I'm sorry, boys, but I'll have to punish you. I fine you for disturbing the peace. $1 in court cost. No, you can pay the clerk later. Come on, you're late already.
The congressman who has represented us so ably for 2 terms in Washington, let us remember. Just a moment. Wait a minute. Pardon me, but there happens to be a meeting going on here.
Well, I'm sorry, Richards.
As the son of a former congressman, you should have more respect for a public meeting. It seems to me that you should get here in time in order to be posted.
Well, I'm already posted.
Oh, you are you?
Sure. Mayor Biggs started out by talking about high water rates. Then he showed a picture of Congressman Scully and denounced him plenty. Then Mayor Jenkins of Hilton City, founded in 1848, said the water was free then that ought to be free now, and it was time the federal government did something about it, by gosh. And you, as manager of the water company, said that I'd like to lower the water rates, but we're losing money.
Marvelous, Roy, marvelous.
Practically word for word. But how did you know?
Well, that's easy. You've all been saying the same thing since my dad was congressman.
Wait a minute. I still have the floor. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, let me remind you that Congressman Scully is the only man among us fitted to go to Washington and represent
The Great Western Water and Power Company.
the Great Western. I still say that the best man fitted to represent you in Washington is the man whose face you see on that poster.
The people's friend. Folks, I just held court for a man who really deserves that title. He was brought before me for fighting the water company. Now, are we going to send him to jail? No! Shall we send him to Washington like we did his father? Yeah! All right, boys, let her go.
Wait a minute, Mayor. This is kind of sudden.
Sudden nothing. We've been planning it for weeks.
Come to the polls, vote for Rogers, ring the bell. Come to the polls, vote for Rogers, sing the swell.
This land of yours needs water, and it's water that you'll get. Even makes the soil dry, enjoy a land that's wet.
Mr. Rancher, leave your dell, and be sure to ring the bell with Rogers, the congressman. Come to the polls, vote for Rogers, ring the bell. Come to your goals, vote for Rogers, ring the swell.
Just bolster up your pockets and prepare to keep them full. I come from prairie people and I never throw the bull.
Get behind him, man and boy, ring the bell and vote for Roy, for Rogers, the congressman.
I reckon this is a musical western.
On your goals, vote for Rogers, sing the swell. I know this Western country and I promise to the strong. I'll rule and be elected, set my steer I never wrong. Let prosperity begin, ring the bell and vote him in. It's Rogers, the congressman.
Take a wire. Mr. John B. Fairbanks, President of the Great Western Water and Power Company, Washington, D.C.
Oh, I didn't even know there was.
Rogers for congressman. He hasn't a chance.
What do you know about Western politics? You're a Washington attorney. Why, with beating up our men and stealing our water, that boy is a hero to those people out there.
Don't forget all about him before Election Day. See no cause for alarm?
Oh, you don't, eh? Then you need glasses. We're leaving for Sageville tonight with Congressman Scully.
Oh, but Dad, we can't leave tonight. Oh, we're just mailing out the invitation to our reception.
Postpone it.
Postpone it. Postpone our reception, just like that.
I'm so thrown off right now because I thought
This is rather important.
movie was like
More important than announcing your engagement to me?
Western. These guys are
Well, you may think so, but I don't.
looking
course
like
not,
the
darling,
fucking
but-
Monopoly guys. Top hat and fucking monocle rich guys. Oh man, she's big mad. Roy Rogers running for Congress.
Friends and fellow citizens, No. Ladies and gentlemen of Sage County. Yeah, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen of Sage County and you water company people, too. This is the first opportunity I've had to tell all you folks on the radio that if I'm elected, I'll not stop until I get better water for this state. And furthermore, that...
Hold up there, Rogers.
Oh, uh-oh, Roy.
I've been waiting a chance to pay you back that poke in the jaw you handed me.
You couldn't have picked another time, could you? You were sent to keep me off the air.
Don't argue. Hand over that gun.
I'm handing it. I wouldn't think of arguing 3-1 against me.
Get him, boy!
Oh! Dude, Roy Rogers. Betty. Dude, the back of my knee is gonna be fucking sore from this cat. I'm serious.
Oh, hello, Richard.
How
do you do, Mr. Bentley? You know my daughter. How do you do? Mr. Andrews.
I see.
Andrews. And Congressman Scully, of course.
Richard, welcome home, Congressman. Your campaign is on full blast.
Campaign my foot. Folks has never elected anybody. What else are you doing?
Well, it won't be necessary to do much of anything else. Rogers is going to disappoint a large audience on the radio this afternoon. I fixed him.
I hope so.
Leave
it on.
I've made a lot of Mustangs, but now I'm out to bust. The meanest strong ones from all the western water trusts.
If you want a man that's fair and believe in shooting square, it's Rogers, Congressman.
Ladies and gentlemen, and you water company people too, this is Roy Rogers speaking.
So you fixed him, huh? And what's this, a recording?
Well,
You remember my father, the finest congressman you ever had. Well, he used to say the best speech was a short one. But you all know what we're fighting for, so I'll not make a speech. I'll just sing you a song.
A lot of votes he'll get that way.
You bet your life he will. Don't forget there's plenty of women voters. What do you think, Eleanor? Would you vote for him?
He has a nice voice.
And that's all he's got. He can't campaign without advertising. He has no money for that.
What is he? How's he there?
I know
He's
this
his lackeys.
country, and I promise to the throne. I'll prove when he's elected that my steers are never wrong.
Let prosperity begin. Ring the bell and vote him in. It's Rogers for Congressman. On to the polls, vote for Rogers, ring the bell.
I'm going to slaughter a leg of water.
I know this western country and I promise to the throne. He's elected that my steers are never wrong. Let prosperity begin. Ring the bell and vote him in. It's Rogers, the Congressman.
You know, but I don't recognize his name.
You don't need money for advertising if you have brains.
Brains?
Yes, brains. Get hold of Rogers. Tell him I want to see him at my hotel. Important and personal business. Yes, sir.
Now, boy, you're doing fine.
Thanks. Well, how's the campaign managed?
Well, everything's under control.
hello, ma'am.
All right.
Hello, Rogers. Can I speak to you privately for a minute?
Anything you have to say to me is all right for my friends to hear.
Hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello, Frog.
Hi.
Very funny, boys. Very funny. Mr. Fairbanks would like to see you over at his hotel. He said it was very important and personal.
Sure, why not? Tell him I'll be over tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, throw that.
I bet that guy Fairbanks is scared, and he's going to talk turkey, you see.
Maybe. Anyway, it'll give me a chance to tell him what I think of him. And that'll be plenty. 50% cut on water rates. Don't make me laugh, Mr. Fairbanks. Let me tell you something, you coot. You've run this country into the ground long enough. 60%. Now, I didn't come here to haggle, Mr. Fairbanks. It's 75% or nothing. So I'm driving a hard bargain, Emma. Well, that's too bad. Here's my last word. If you don't knuckle down, we'll run you and your cutthroat crowd right out of business.
Bravo! Bravissimo! Keep going, partner. You got him on the rope.
Hello. I don't generally talk stuff like this. I was just sort of rehearsing.
Well, I'm doing very well, too. But, how about putting a little more emphasis on your exit line? As I presume it is your exit line.
Probably. Old man Fairbanks is apt to kick me out when I get that far.
I gather you're not exactly an admirer of John Fairbanks.
He's plenty tough.
I just
Probably
looked
the
over
kind
at
of a man
Jan,
who
the
beats his
first thing I
wife.
saw was
He
Bugs
does.
Bunny equals Roy
I've
Rogers.
heard he shellacks his daughter on occasion. But then she probably deserves it, so.
No doubt she does. If I'm elected, I'll get federal water for this state if I have to hog tie every politician in Washington.
Good for you. I hope you're elected.
Thanks. Well, I guess we'll be going.
Well, I'm going that way, too. We could ride along together.
Swell.
What is your daughter doing with Rogers?
Rogers.
How do I know?
Well, I don't like it.
Tell that to Eleanor and see what happens.
Oh, gentlemen, may I present Mr. Rogers, Mrs. Tom Andrews, Mr. Richards, your worthy opponent, Congressman Scully,
How are you?
and my father, Mr. Fairbanks.
Your father?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, Dad, Mr. Rogers considers you a skinflint, a penny-pinching pirate, and what was that? Oh, yes, a coup.
Damn.
And furthermore, if you don't do something about excessive water rates, he's going to put you out of business.
Have you lost your mind?
Oh, no, JB, just doing a little groundwork for the family.
Sounds to me like you've just about covered the territory.
Beat it, Brett. We want to talk business. Come on.
Oh, that reminds me, Fairbanks. Is it true you beat your daughter?
No. But it's a darn good idea. Sit down. You seem to have a lot of common sense, Rogers. I think you're the man I need to look after some of my business interests.
That'd mean giving up my campaign for Congress, wouldn't it?
Well, yes, it would. But your salary would be 3 times as much as you'd make as a congressman.
Thanks, but I have a family weakness for going to Washington. I'd like to see some of the places my dad told me about.
Would 4 times as much money interest you?
No, nor 10 times as much.
You might regret passing up a mighty good proposition, young man.
Now I'll make you one. Either your company cuts water rates to the bone, or I'll get federal control of water in this state when I go to Washington.
When you go to Washington, well, you are not there yet, Mr. Rogers.
I told him. Look at Roy Rogers like saddle.
Imagine a congressman dressed like that.
Take off those clothes.
Well, what's the matter with him?
Well, this for one thing.
Hey,
And this.
why, what the...
And those pretty spats. The voters want a man to represent them, not a city dude. You're going to be a man of the people. You're going to wear Western clothes and ride a horse.
A horse?
Yes.
I can't ride.
But you will ride.
What?
Yes.
The last joke wasn't good. Oh, I didn't even. I've watched Family Guy, but I'm not like
And
that.
just now, friends, the people are giving Congressman Scully a grand ovation. Just listen to all those cheers. You know, friends, a few days ago, I thought that Rogers was their choice. But now, it looks like a landslide for Scully. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you will hear from your candidate for re-election, William P. Scully.
Friends, my friends, it's great to get into these clothes again and to feel a horse beneath me once more. As you know, my dear friends, I was born in this glorious country. At heart, I'm still a man of the soil, a son of the saddle.
Fuck him up. Or ring the bell. Oh, he's ringing the horse horn. Nah, he fell in the piss trough.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a round-by-round description. The son of the saddled horse has just run away with him, and Congressman Roy Rogers has rescued him from a horse trough.
Right, the drink. You put Roy Rogers stickers on his butt cheek.
Fine mess we're in now with Rogers elected. Letting a hick rancher outsmart us.
You insisted that I ride a horse. I told you I...
Oh, shut up and get out of here.
Well, now, that's the way you feel about it.
Get out before I lose my temper.
No, you don't.
Whipped
Horse.
by a smart aleck yokel.
How does it feel to take a licking, Dad?
Licking. Yeah, this is only round one. We're leaving for Washington, too. I'll block him there at every turn.
Here's a letter for you, Roy. Thanks.
Okay.
Do you know any cowhands that uses perfume?
Thanks for the send-off, folks. And don't worry. I'm going to see that that water bill goes through pronto. I figure I ought to be back in about a week.
Now me, being Congressman Roy Rogers is here, personal executive and secretary, I promise that if Roy... Hey, wait for me! Wait for me!
Congressman Marlowe's office, please. Good morning. Congressman Rogers calling Congressman Marlowe again.
So you straight one.
Well, when do you expect him?
Okay.
Yes, please have him call me back. I don't know what Marlowe has an office for. He's never in it.
Well, he's got to have some place where you can find out that he ain't in.
Anything important?
Oh, no, just the usual 4011 Constitution is wanting to know where that federal water has been from.
Well, so do I.
Ain't there nobody else you can see about that water bill?
No, sir. Marlowe's the money man, and he has to be seen.
Who's that from, Marlowe?
No, it's not even signed. But say, listen to this. If you want to meet Congressman Marlowe, join the fox hunting near his country estate next Saturday.
That smells like that billy duck you got back there in Sageville.
You hit it right on the nose, Frog. I guess we go fox hunting.
Is that guy fox hunting? Well, I don't recollect ever having done any fox hunting. What do you use, a bow and arrow?
The fox we want to bag is named Marlowe, and we're going to use our heads.
Do we have to dress like that?
Exactly like that.
Boy, these Washington foxes must be mighty particular.
Dude just said Washington fucks.
If that fox ever sees me in this monkey suit, he's gonna laugh
All
himself
these
to death.
Washington fucks out there.
What are you doing with that 6-shooter?
Well, who ever heard anybody going hunting without a gun? Hey, it sounds like a jailbreak. We better get out of here. Them bloodhounds is vicious.
The hunt's started. Come on.
Why do I got dressed like a fucking Roy Rogers looking all studly and shit. Hey man, I'm lucky I can get whatever I can get.
All them hound dogs against one poor little fox. They ain't no justice.
I still gotta figure out what the fuck.
Hey, that horse is running away with her.
This.
Are you all right?
What in the world do you think you're doing?
I thought your horse was running away.
No, but the fox is. Why, the one is brushing another 100 yards if you hadn't played Lochinvar.
I'm awful sorry.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
See, tell me, how's the singing congressman making out in Washington?
Not so good. The only luck I've had so far is meeting you again. I've tried to follow your advice about seeing Congressman Marlowe, but he dodges me like a wild Mustang.
My advice?
Nobody else I know uses perfume writing paper. It's mighty nice of you to show me the ropes, even if Marlowe is too busy crashing society.
Who's not crashing society? Congressman Marlowe gave this fox hunt because he wanted a political favor from one of his guests.
Well, like a medicine man putting on a show to get his customers in line to buy.
Yes, that's it. You see, here in Washington, that's the trick to get to the ear of the right person.
Well, I couldn't very well give a fox hunt.
No. No, but you could give a party.
Well, who'd come?
Oh, look.
Get these hound dogs out of here. Go on away.
Hey, what's happened?
Shoot. Go on away. Get out of here.
What?
Shoot. Get on away from here. Get out of here. Get these
We're
hound
watching-
dogs out of here.
We're watching fucking Plan 9 after this.
Oh, Dad, you remember Mr. Rogers, don't you?
What? Oh, yeah, sure. How do you do?
Oh,
Ain't no
Congressman
copyright
Marlowe.
on Plan
This is Congressman
9.
Rogers.
We're watching that shit after
Glad to
this.
know you, Mr. Rogers.
Well, how do you do, Congressman? I'd like a few words with you. I want to ask you to...
Oh, to be his guest next Tuesday evening at the Fairview Country Club. Oh, all of you,
The man
Mr.
was
Rogers
not
is giving a
copyright.
surprise party. Doesn't that sound
Public
exciting?
domain.
Oh, you'll be there, won't you, Senator Wilson?
Certainly, Miss Fairbanks.
And no party would be complete without you and Mrs. Marlowe, Congressman.
I adore surprise parties. Of course we'll come, won't we, Edward? Why, I think it's perfectly sweet of Mr. Rogers to invite all. Don't you, dear?
I don't know anything about these Eastern parties.
Like that motherfucker, you got the
We'll
key.
make it Western.
Swell. I'll send the wire to Larry and the boys. Oh, join hands and circle down south and a little moonshine in your mouth and lose your hold from the grand field back to the Lady Italy. Al, the man, your left and right, your part, go right and left and a hurry up, boys, and a don't be slow. They're chicken in a bread pan, picking up dough, and to meet your point on walls floor. Get your honey and a pat on the head. If you don't like biscuits, Peter cornbread, and chew my tobacco and spurs on the wall and swing that gallows, she ain't too tall.
Rogers certainly has a peculiar idea of entertainment.
Yes, it's quite. I don't know when I've had such a good time.
And now, I regret to announce that one of my best friends is leaving us, Mr. Frog Millhouse, my secretary.
I'm gonna pack and go back to the backwoods and walk through the little front gate. Say there's a shack in the back of the backwoods where somebody promised me to wait. I'm a-comin', he's a-comin', I'm a-goin', he's a-goin'. Once I'm home, gonna roam no more, no more. So help me pack and go back to the backwoods, to the side of someone I adore. I'm a-gonna pack and go back to the backwoods, and I'll walk through the little front gate. Say there's a shack in the back of the backwoods where somebody promised me to wait. Well, I'm a-comin', he's a-comin', and I'm a-goin', he's a-goin'. Once I'm home, I'm gonna roam no more, no more, no more.
No more, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more.
So help me pack and go back to the backwoods, to the side of someone I adore.
And everybody's
I'm
singing
gonna
that
pack
Roy
and
Rogers
go
did.
back to the backwoods, and I'll walk through the little front gate.
He's getting all
And then there's a
storyboards
shack
with it.
in the back of the backwoods where somebody promised me to wait. Well, I'm comin', he's a-comin', and I'm a-goin', he's a-goin'. Once I'm home, I'm gonna roam no more, no more, no more, no more. So help me pack and go back to the backwoods, to the side of someone I adore. He adores.
I adore.
Oh, poor chicken stuck in there, dude.
So far, folks, all you've seen of ranch life has been a lot of fun. But there's another side I want you to see. And that's a surprise, I promise. These first scenes are the way our ranches used to look. Every range had grass like that in the summer. One winter covered it with snow. We had plenty of that good alfalfa for feed. We fattened our beef on that grain. Every valley and every canyon had a stream of running water. Then nature took a hand. Every year we had less and less rain. This is what happened. Dry spells, drought, and dust storms. After the dust storm, this is what is left. That's Glenn Saunders' house. He lost his 2 children from dust pneumonia. That's Luke Chalmers' place. He just gave up and moved away, never even stopped to dig up his equipment. Those cattle are Dave Peters. He lost 150 head, which meant every cent he owned. All of this tragedy and ruin, ladies and gentlemen, because of lack of water. In times like these, folks just naturally turn to prayer.
Dust, dust, dust in the skies, dust on the trail, dust in my eyes. Dust, dust, can't see the sun, can't find my way, the dust has won. The cattle and the sheep bedded down to sleep seem to realize their fate. The vultures in the sky know the time is nigh. Will they fly away or wait? Oh Lord, please ease my pain. Oh Lord, where is your rain and sunshine? Dust, dust, must it be? Can this be eternity? Here was the home where the buffalo roamed, where the deer and the antelope lay. Here was the place where the cattle would graze, the corn and alfalfa once swayed. Where are the ranchers, the cow-punching crowd? What has become of the rain? Out of the blue came a threatening cloud, causing this awful change.
Oh, Lord,
please ease my pain. Oh, Lord, where is your rain and sunshine?
Dusk, dusk, must it be? Can this be eternity? Oh
Lord, have mercy on poor me.
It's outrageous to think of people suffering like that.
I intend to do something about it. Pardon me, dear.
Edward, if you don't help that young man put his water bill through, I'll divorce you.
Well, that's quite a temptation, dear, but I'll help him anyway.
We've got to get busy on that bill, Marlowe.
I agree with you.
So I just
Rather
saw the
unethical,
last
but very
part of
effective.
like my YouTube
I'm going
studio
west
for
in
this
about
video,
10
and it
days,
says
and I'll get you
copyright,
relief if I
which is
find
not
those
strike.
conditions existing.
It says
You have my support on that
copyright
water bill
protected
too,
content
Rogers.
found. The owner allows the content to be used
lost round two.
on
You know what? You needn't rub it in. Think it's funny, do you?
Audio visual
Fairbanks,
MST3K.
I had no idea that
Man who
conditions
stands
in
a
your
fade.
state were so serious.
They aren't. And I'll take you out there and show you that Rogers misrepresented things.
I hope you're right for
What
your
if it's
own
'cause I
good.
said that?
After all, it's your water company that's on the spot, you know.
Young woman, you helped stage this entertainment. Do you realize it might ruin my water company?
Oh, one of your water companies.
Are you in love with this cowboy?
Oh, no, I don't know. Yes.
Well, you tell him for me that he's in for the doggonedest licking he ever had.
Oh, yes, I'll tell him. But he won't believe me.
Say, that was swell. And the way you was calling them ranchers out by their names, you even had me fooled. You'd think they's neighbors ours.
Oh, weren't they?
No. Those pictures were taken in another state, Eleanor. I couldn't get a newsreel of her own dust storm.
Tell me, my friend, is your middle name Barnum by any chance?
Oh, no. His middle name's James.
Oh, see.
Oh, no.
Even so soon, Mr. Fairbanks?
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
And I'll wipe that grin off
No, I
your
didn't
face
get
yet.
strike two lots. It says the MST3K.
Never mind, you were grand.
But it wasn't at any part of the video. I think it's because I said it.
Now, what a coincidence. So are
It's
we.
stupid.
Oh, yes, Daddy, I'm coming.
Everybody wants to retry it, honestly.
And so I take great pleasure in introducing to you the most important man who ever hit Old Sage County, and the only man who can give us federal controlled water, Congressman Marlowe.
Fellow citizens, as chairman of the Appropriations Committee, I'm authorized to announce that we are here to make a study of the drought conditions in this section.
Better cover up fast, Congressman, before the newspapers get wind of this.
However, we have already learned that conditions are not as bad as we were led to believe, and we find that existing utilities are quite adequate for the present. Now, that is all. Thank you for your kind welcome. I said your methods were unethical, but I underrated you. You're nothing but a cheap trickster.
I admit the film I showed you wasn't taken in this state, but conditions here are just as bad, if not worse.
As far as I'm concerned, young man, that bill never will be passed.
I'll back you up on that, Marlowe.
I had a right to pick you when the lives of these folks depend on water. If you don't think this country's dry, just look it over and see for yourself.
Sorry, but I'm not interested.
But I came all this way to see the drought conditions of the dust storm.
Don't be silly, dear. There aren't any.
I told you I'd wipe that smile off your face.
You've had very capable help. I should have known better than to trust a woman with a secret.
Yeah, bitch.
If Marlowe won't give us water, we'll take it.
We'll blow up the water company's dam.
You can't do that.
Who says we can?
Me.
You're acting like a bunch of fools. If they blow up that dam, you'll never get government help.
We'll never get it anyway.
When you elected me to Congress, I promised to put that bill through, and I'll still do it.
We want water, not promises.
I'm getting tired of this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Just give me 24 hours, and I'll swing Marlowe our way yet.
What do you say, Rankin?
That's fair enough. Let's give Roy another day.
That's the attitude.
All right, but no more.
Meet here tomorrow afternoon, man.
I tried to reason with him, Roy.
Well, that's all right, Mayor. I've got an ace I haven't played yet.
Edward, I'm so hot and dusty. Perhaps we'd better not go any farther after
I'm so
all.
hot.
Sorry, dear, but it's too late now. You wanted to go, so I promised Mr. Fairbanks I'd meet him at the dam.
But Edward,
Get out, all of you.
Oh,
Let the
she's
driver
almost
quit
over.
taking the car.
Which
This is
good.
an
You
outrage.
guys take
I'm
offense.
Congressman Marlowe.
You can't leave us out here afoot. You can use our horses. Well, there's only one thing to do. Take the horses and ride back to Sageville.
Dusty trail.
my mercy, what a
Not funny.
dry country. I don't see how people live here.
TV filled in.
It wasn't always like this. It wouldn't be now if the farmers had water.
Evidently, you still believe in motion pictures. Listen. There must be a camp ahead.
And that means a drink of water.
You've heard the old bazooka and the king of jazz. Have you felt the tickle that this range rhythm has? Dancing to the rhythm of the range. The reel and rockin' rhythm you can't change. Grandpa burned his crutches, he won't stay at home. Since this rural rhythm has got in his bones, and he's dancing to the rhythm, dancing to the rhythm, dancing to the rhythm of the range. Listen to the rhythm of the range, rock and rollin' rhythm of the range. There's rhythm in the wind and the waving corn. Grandpa sleeps in rhythm, yes, he snores just like a horn. Listen to the rhythm of the range, rock and rollin' rhythm you can't change. The old chuck wagon's rhythm starts about noon. Then you'll hear those cowhands sipping soup very soon. And there's music to the rhythm, music to the rhythm, music to the rhythm of the range.
What are the fat battery?
Well, howdy, folks. Nice of you to drop in.
Hello, Congressman.
Don't tell me you're making an official tour of the drought section after all.
We're making a tour, all right, but not an official one.
Why, we were held up by bandits, and they took our cars away from us and made us ride these horrible bunch of horses.
We'll tell you about that later. Right now, we're too thirsty to talk.
That's too bad.
What I miss?
Yeah, and ain't that tough?
What I miss,
We only
guys?
got about a pint of water left. We done give it to
So
the horse.
large.
You see, we didn't expect to have any visitors.
You mean you can't even give us a drink?
Well, we might find enough for the ladies, but the men will have to wait till we reach Larkin's place tomorrow. Get the canteen, Frog. You folks just make yourselves at home. Boys, unsaddle the horses and fix them a bite to eat.
Yeah, they all bark in unison. Yeah, it's gonna be hot out there in your fucking 3-piece suits and fedoras. Roy Rogers has 2 belts on.
That's all there is.
Hey, you.
I'll meet you right here in about an hour. I'll have a full canteen full.
Oh, is this guy snitching?
You can see a dale and the winding trail when a cowboy sings a song. You see grazing herd and the prairie birds when a cowboy sings a song.
We should look and see if they've got vinyl.
When he sings, get along, little doggy, get along, you can see an old corral. When you hear yodel, you see him riding to his gal. Can't you see the west and the place to rest when a cowboy sings a song?
So you blame me for telling about the fake newsreel, don't you?
Blame you? Not a bit. Why shouldn't you help your dad? I blame myself for trusting you.
Oh, of all the narrow-minded, irritating young. Oh, what's the use?
Can you guys hear me talking when I talk?
Is it much farther to this Larkin Ranch?
Not so much, just the other
Does
side of the
my
river.
voice come
Did
through
you say river? Where?
loud and clear?
There used to run bank full when everybody got the water from it.
But what happened?
All right, cool.
Your company built the dam and dried it up.
Dried it up. Well, everything seems dried up in this country.
That's what I tried to tell you.
Hey, it looks like a water wagon.
Sometimes
Hey,
it's hard to
stop!
hear. I'm sitting too far back from the microphone.
Can we have some water?
I reckon you can, mister. Right around behind.
Come on.
Let's kick the gain up a little bit. I think I was
Well,
sitting
this is
too far
Marlowe.
back.
Marlowe, ain't you the congressman that was going to do so much for us ranchers, and then change your mind?
Well, yes, but then conditions were misrepresented.
You sure fixed it so I got to haul water 20 miles. None of you get a drop.
Oh, now, wait, you
hold
can't. Hold on, that isn't right.
Oh, okay.
Come on now.
Edward.
Hey, wait a minute. Listen, that's not right.
We've got to have water. Didn't you help me stop him? He has no right to
Just as
refuse
much
us.
right as your company had to refuse the ranchers water.
Yeah.
Look!
a dust storm, and it's coming our way.
Dust storm? What'll we do?
You saw pictures of one, Mr. Marlowe. Now you're going to see the real thing.
We've got to find shelter. Come on.
Pretty serious dust.
Put the horses in the shed.
Come on now, everybody pile in that little ass cabin. What about the horses?
Hardy,
Fuck the
boy.
horses.
Where's your husband, Mrs. Larkin?
He's gone to town for grub. He ought to be back pretty soon.
Have you any water?
We have some now, mister, but the cistern will be full of dust after this storm.
Cistern? I thought you said the Great Western Pipeline ran through here.
Well, I'd been informed.
Of course, the water company wouldn't misinform anybody, would it, Andrew?
The pump's in the corner right over there. Help yourselves. Anything we got here, you're welcome to.
Oh, she's way too nice.
Do you have dust pneumonia out here, Rogers?
No, you needn't worry. We don't even have dust storms here. They have them in another state.
You needn't rub it in.
I can't stand much more of this.
I thought you were the one who wanted to see the dust storm.
Oh.
Everybody's so nice. What about the fucking horses, dude? You know, you left your horses out here. Marbles? Well,
the dust storm's over.
it's over. Your horses are dead, though.
Larkin?
Land's sakes, mister, you don't owe me nothing. Roy paid me yesterday.
But we weren't here yesterday.
So the whole thing was a frame-up, eh?
Everything but the dust storm. That was an added attraction.
You mean the hold-up and the water wagon were planned?
That's right.
I see nothing to laugh at.
Young man, I want to shake you by the hand. Your methods are not
Shake
only
you by the
unethical,
hand.
they're phenomenal. But don't you worry. I'll okay that water bill.
Thanks.
Roy, the ranchers are headed to blow up the dam.
Rogers, if they blast that dam, they'll lose government support.
I'll stop them.
You goddamn right, you'll stop them. Oh, you'll stop.
I'm Congressman Marlowe. Head for the dam and step on it.
You know Roy's gonna
All
handle
right,
business.
thanks for the warning. We'll teach him a lesson. There they are. Bismarck, take cover.
blindly shooting at each other.
Turn back! Get behind that hill!
That stopped them. We better stay here a while and make sure. Yeah.
Did you see them?
Yes, we turned them back. They've gone over the hill. Come on, get back here and get down.
I'll never get to the dam now. Unhook them horses.
Why do I feel like every scene with Roy
Turn that
Rogers,
dynamite wagon loose down that hill.
riding
Blast
the
the
horse,
ditch in the
it's
water,
the
can't
same
get to the
scene?
dam. Get that wagon to roll.
That's the dynamite wagon.
We've got to get out of here.
No, wait.
Yeah. Gangsta shit. His clothes aren't even dirty. And now he's singing.
On your gold, for Rogers, drink a swell.
He's won the fight for water. What does a man want now?
I'm out to win a bigger stake, and you can show me how.
If you want a happy life, just say yes and be the wife of Rogers, the congressman.
Chill out, dude. The end. How about an intermission? How about an intermission? Yeah, my little lights kicking up here on the ceiling. We got the nice little mood lighting going up in here. I turned this light off because it's hurting my eyeballs. Let's do an intermission. And I think I'm going to do Plan 9. I'm going to do Plan 9 from outer space. Because, so, I don't know if you guys heard me when I was talking about this shit. So I looked at my YouTube studio and it said the reason that I got copyrighted was because it said something about MST3K. And I wasn't watching the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of that movie. So I wonder if it did that because I mentioned it. Which, if that's the case, it's fucking whack. Like, honestly, that's ridiculous. This is exactly what it says. Copyright protected content found. The owner allows the content to be used on YouTube. Audio/visual MST3K. Manos the Hands of Fate. I should dispute it and be like, this wasn't this wasn't Mystery Science Theater. Should I? It's giving me a bunch of bullshit. It's not worth it. It won't let me just like type something in like it's saying like it's public domain, it's fair use. Let's take a short intermission. a short intermission. So I am totally fucking saying something. Which is why I chose to, not choice, chose to watch it. But this is not the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of this movie, and to my knowledge, this movie is on the fair use public domain list, which is why I chose to watch it. Fuck it. I'm not making money off it. I'm not gonna bother trying to dispute it. There's no point. Nothing to gain. Happy 28th birthday to your son, Lisa Lewis. We're gonna watch Plan 9. We're going to watch Plan 9. Flipbag, did you hear what I just said about what happened? It said that the copyright, why they turned it off, was because it mentioned the episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000 that was Manos. I think it was because I said it. And so they just heard it. They just heard me say that, and they just associated like that with what I was watching. And that's why they turned it off. So I'm gonna do Plan 9. Fuck it. Doing Plan 9. We're gonna at least watch that one because we have watched. The Roy Rogers flick wasn't bad. It honestly wasn't bad. They did. Well, that's what when I was talking about it. I said that when I first saw this movie, that I watched it on Mystery Science Theater 3000. That's what I had said. You know, I watched MST3K, their version of it. So that had to have been what happened, right? There's no other explanation for it because it wasn't the same. Excuse me, it wasn't the same movie. It's the same movie, but you didn't see Crow and Tom Servo and Joel in the fucking front row. Damn it, I missed the film. My internet ran out. I had to tap up my monthly internet plan. We just got Verizon. Well, yeah, I mean, the movie is the same, but like, that shouldn't make a difference. Because the audio is gonna match Mystery Science Theater because they're watching the movie. Like, if we're watching the movie. So the audio won't be any different, but you can't hear Joel and fucking Crow and Servo fucking talking. There was nothing on that movie that had any sort of resemblance to MST3K whatsoever. So I think the reason that it got flagged was because I said something about it. Because me and Giggs watched the same movie like a year and a half ago for Halloween. And we watched Night of the Living Dead last year, and that was on the same public domain list as Manos. So that is fucking weak. Weak sauce as fuck. But I know Plan 9 is also on the public domain list. So, and I thought when I got a copyright, I thought I had I think it's on the. It said I looked it up first, and it said that it's fair use. So we'll see. There's no copyright, and the reason that I'm telling you that's why it happened. That's such bullshit. I thought about disputing it, but what benefit would it have? Like in the one day when I finally make money, I get monetized for the 15 minutes that it was on. Like, I've already seen it. Oh yeah, intermission music's that Brother Slake. Nah, I don't have the energy or the time or the patience to do that shit. It's not a strike. It's not a strike against my channel. It just said it was copyrighted content. It's not a strike. I've got so many of those copyright things since I started. There are actual strikes. I wouldn't have made it past my first year for using copyrighted music. You guys want to see where Marbles is? Here's Marbles. Chilling. She's not headbutting me anymore. Headbutt me. Alright. We're giving another whirl here. Give it another whirl. Alright, here goes nothing, y'all. Wish us the best. I have a bad feeling about this, but I guess I kind of do.
Greetings, my friend. We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives. And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future. You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here. And now, for the first time, we are bringing to you the full story of what happened on that fateful day. We are giving you all the evidence based only on the secret testimony of the miserable souls who survived this terrifying ordeal. The incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Let us punish the guilty. Let us reward the innocent. My friend, can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?
Oh, you're all good at one. That's all I've had is audio strikes. Ah, shit. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I just saw that shit. Nope. Nope. Says copyright on it. I saw that shit right away. Ooh. Ooh-wee. I saw that shit right away, dude. I saw that shit right away. Yeah, hold please, for sure. What the fuck, man? I want to try something. Let me try something here. Oh, I took it off. Where's the fucking arcade? Where is... Hold, please. We're gonna make something out of tonight if I have to fucking beat it into my own stupid head. Hold on. Yeah, I seen that and I was like, nope, not today, Satan. Not today. Yeah, I don't get that shit, man. I don't get it. However, I got a plan B. If it works. Y'all might probably think it's pretty fucking boring. Hopefully not. What's everybody saying? Yeah, I was like, well... All right, hold on. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. Yeah, it's not gonna let me fucking do this, is it? Hold on. Yep, okay. Now. No, it ain't gonna let me do it. I was gonna try and do fucking Oregon Trail on my computer. But it ain't let me. Damn, I don't know what to do. I don't wanna log off. I do not wish to log off. but I don't think I can stream from my computer and then a laptop. So we'll have to just go back to good old StreamYard and figure that shit out for a minute. Well, it said, I looked it up on, yes, Plan 9 from Outer Space is in the public domain in the United States. So you can stream it without a copyright strike. This means you can use it for any purpose without restriction. Plan 9 is in the public domain because it was published in the United States between 1930 and 1977 without a copyright notice. All right, well, fuck it, right, guys? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's not be a fucking poussoir. Let's not be a poussoir. We should not be a poussoir. And if it closes down, then I don't know what to say. Fuck it. We'll do it live. No fear, no surrender. I'll be able to see if I see one of you guys go, oh, fuck.
All of us on this earth know that there is a time to live and that there is a time to die.
WLG, you know it.
Yet death is always a shock to those left behind. It is even more of a shock when death, the proud brother, comes suddenly without warning. Just at sundown, a small group gathered in silent prayer around the newly opened grave of the beloved wife of an elderly man. Sundown of the day, yet also the sundown of the old man's heart. For the shadows of grief clouded his very reason.
That bell goes so old.
The funeral over, the saddened group left the graveside. It was when the gravediggers started their task that strange things began to take place.
15-4. Yep, right on schedule. There's the old San Fernando Valley out there now.
You better radio in for landing instructions, Danny.
Right, Jeff. Burbank Tower, this is American Flight 812. Over. Wouldn't surprise me any if he's asleep this time of the morning.
American Flight 812, this is Burbank Tower. If I were asleep, you'd never get on the ground. In your case, maybe I ought to leave you up there for good. Over.
You got me that time, Mac. This is American Flight 812 requesting...
Don't worry, sweetheart, I didn't see a thing. By the way, you're perfect.
Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Over. Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Over.
Holy mackerel.
Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Are you in trouble?
Trouble?
Take a look for yourself.
World.
That's nothing from this world.
Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Are you in trouble? Are you in trouble?
Mayday, mayday. Stand by, Burbank Tower.
You suppose a passenger saw it?
I doubt it. Most of them are asleep. But it was quite a jolt, Jeff. I'll check.
Good. We'll get it ready for landing. Keep it quiet until we get instructions.
Right.
Okay, Danny.
American Flight 812, reporting to Burbank Tower. Over.
Did you hear anything?
Sound
I
like
thought it
somebody
did.
squeezed
Don't
a
like
fart.
hearing noises, especially when there ain't supposed to be any. Yeah, sort of spooky like. Maybe we're getting old. Whatever it is, it's gone now. That's the best thing for us, too. Gone. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, WLG, if you guys, any of you guys want to do a little research and look up copyright-free public domain movies for streaming, give me some suggestions. Something you'd want to see. Just leave it, like, comment on this video and just... I'll pick something you guys want to watch. As long as I don't get copyrighted for it. God damn.
The grief of his wife's death became greater and greater agony. The home they had so long shared together became a tomb, a sweet memory of her joyous living. The sky to which she had once looked was now only a covering for her dead body. The ever beautiful flowers she had planted with her own hands became nothing more than the lost roses of her cheeks.
What cheeks you talking about, fella?
Confused by his great loss, the old man left that home, never to return again.
In the game.
At the funeral of the old man, unknown to his mourners, his dead wife was watching.
First his wife, then he.
Tragic.
Tell me something. Why was his wife buried in the ground and he sealed in a crypt?
Something to do with family tradition. A
Yeah, man,
superstition
give me
of
some
some sort.
suggestions, WLG. I'll take them. Just make
Well, it's
sure
getting dark.
public
Let's be
domain,
that way.
royalty-free, and copyright-free. Which
Then,
I
as
guess
two
public
of
domain
his
is the same thing
mourners
as
left his
copyright-free.
final resting place,
What do they say, between 33 and 77? If this one goes through.
Minutes later, the police, led by Inspector Daniel Clay, arrived at the scene.
Who found them?
The man and girl
Medical examiner been around yet?
just left. The morgue wagon ought to be along most any time.
You get their statement?
Yeah, much as we could. They're pretty scared.
Finding a mess like this ought to make anyone frightened. Have one of the boys take the guy and the girl back to town. You take charge.
Okay, Inspector. What are you going to do?
Look around a little.
Pretty dark out there. Once you get beyond the range of those lights, you won't be able to see your hand in front of your face.
I will get one of the flashlights from the patrol car.
Be careful, Clay.
I'm a big boy now, Johnny.
You don't tell me what to do. You got the best crew in the world, man. Appreciate you guys chilling with me on a Saturday night with this shit. Get down. Get down. Come on. You need kids when you have 2 cats. Especially this one.
Oh, it looks like a bobcat tore into them.
Yeah. Say, Lieutenant, did you get that funny odor?
How could I miss it? Oh, that'll be the morgue wagon now.
That's the 5th siren in the last hour.
Something's happened down at the cemetery. A lot of police cars and lights. I stopped, but I didn't see anything. Oh, well, whatever it is, the morning paper will carry the whole story.
You seem to still be up there somewhere.
Maybe I am.
I don't think I've ever seen you in this mood before.
And maybe I ain't.
I guess it's because I've never been in
What's it to you, Rumham?
Something about your flight?
Yeah.
What happened, Jeff?
I saw a flying saucer.
Saucer? You mean the kind from up there?
Yeah, its counterpart. It was shaped like a huge cigar. Dan and Edith saw it too. When it passed over, the whole compartment lighted up with a blinding glare. Then there was a tremendous wind that practically knocked us off our course.
Well, did you report it?
Yeah, radioed in immediately, and they said, we'll keep it quiet until you land. And as soon as we landed, Big Army brass grabbed us and made us swear to secrecy about the whole thing. Oh, it burns me up. These things have been seen for years. They hear, it's a fact. And the public ought to know about it.
There must be something more you can do about it.
Only there isn't. Oh, but what's the use of making a fuss? But last night I saw a flying object that couldn't have possibly been from this planet. But I can't say a word. I'm muzzled by Army brass.
Yeah.
I can't even admit I saw the thing.
I've never seen this movie, guys, so I'm watching it with you guys. They say this movie's one of the worst ever made, Tef.
Sounds like Kay's in trouble.
It's totally not Bella Lugosi either.
If that apparition we saw had something to do with it, come on.
Damn, you got knocked the fuck out.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
He's messed up as bad as those two back there. Suppose that saucer or whatever it was had something to do with this?
Your guess is good as mine, Larry. One thing sure. Inspector Clay's dead. Murdered. And somebody's responsible.
You're in charge now, Lieutenant.
Yeah, guess I am. Calvin? Yes, sir? Get back up the car and get on the radio. Tell the coroner he's got to make another trip out here.
Well, how about the lab boys?
Well, who do you think we left back up the car? Boy Scouts? Come on, Larry.
WLG, I agree. Those are my favorite kinds.
Greater love hath no man than to lay down his life for another. It is always difficult to have last words over the grave of a friend. And Inspector Daniel Clay was a friend, a dear friend to me and to all of us. The bell has rung upon his great career. Now we lay him to rest. A rest well deserved, but so premature.
People turning south from the freeway were startled when they saw 3 flying saucers high over Hollywood Boulevard. A woman, startled by the sight in the sky, telephones the police. There comes a time in each man's life when he can't even believe his own eyes. Saucers seen over Hollywood. Flying saucers seen over Washington, D.C. The Army convoy moved into the field. Rockets were quickly set up. Colonel Tom Edwards, in charge of saucer field activities, was to make the greatest decision of his career. He made that decision. Colonel Edwards gave the signal to fire. Then, as swiftly as they had come, they were gone, even to the piercing eye of radar and the speeding jet fighters.
Quite a sight, wasn't it, sir?
A sight I'd rather not be seeing.
What a
Are you worried about them, sir?
Well, they must have a reason for their visits.
Visits? Well, that would indicate visitors. The big gun's the usual way of welcoming visitors.
We haven't always fired at them.
Oh?
For a time, we tried to contact them by radio, but no response. Then they attacked a town. A small town, I'll admit, but nevertheless a town of people. People who died.
I never heard about that, sir.
Well, it was covered up by the higher echelon. Take any fire, any earthquake, any major disaster, then wonder. Flying saucers, Captain, are still a rumor. Officially.
Looks like we beat them off again, sir.
What do they want? Where are they from? Where are they going?
They, sir? Who? Oh, this is a training maneuver, sir.
Time back, guys.
We only did a little
Had to
practice
pee and I
fire.
decided to get
Clowns.
Yeah.
a snack.
I wonder what their next move will be.
Some goldfishes.
What will their next move be?
Your space commander has returned from Earth.
You damn right, brother.
Send him in. You have your report?
We had to pull in here to Space Station 7 for regeneration. We're returning to the planet Earth immediately thereafter.
What progress has been made?
We contacted government officials. They refuse our existence.
What plan will you follow now?
Plan 9. It's been absolutely impossible to work through these Earth creatures. Their soul is too controlled.
Plan 9. Ah, yes. Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead. Long-distance electrode shot into the pineal and pituitary glands of recent dead. Have you attempted any of this plan as yet?
Yes, Excellency.
How successful has it been?
We have risen too so far. We shall be just as successful on more.
The living, they have no suspicion of your movements?
We had to dispose of one policeman. However, none of those risen have been seen. At least not by anyone who still remains alive.
It's too bad it must be handled this way. But it must. Those who we take from the grave will lead the way for our other operations.
Yes, Excellency.
Continue on. Report to me in 2 Earth days.
2 Earth days.
I feared His Excellency wouldn't take our report this well.
Well, had he been dealing with our own people, his reaction would have been completely different. He understands the difficulties of the Earth race.
What do you think will be the next obstacle the Earth people will put in our way?
Well, as long as they can think, we'll have our problems.
Chuck Norris.
But those whom we're using cannot think. They are the dead, brought to a simulated life by our electrode guns. You know, it's an interesting thing when you consider the Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot, the dead. Well, our ship should be regenerated. We better get started.
That's fucking great, man. Yeah, right, Awoken One. Rick Grimes. Coral. Just gonna dress up for the next Halloween stream, and she's gonna be Coral again. I don't know why that dude looks like Roy Rogers.
I still think you ought to go in town and stay with
you
your mother.
see Roy
till I get
Rogers
back.
everywhere.
This is our home, and nothing's going to take me from it. Besides, Most men try and keep their wives from going home to Mama.
That's not the point.
That's all the point there's going to be. Now toddle off and fly your flying machine, darling. But if you see any more flying saucers, will you tell them to pick another house to buzz? Be careful. Don't worry about me.
Tell them to
Oh,
bug
you're the
off,
only thing I
Sadie.
do worry about. Oh, forget about the flying saucers. They're up there. But there's something in that cemetery. And that's too close for comfort.
The saucers are up there, and the cemetery's out there. But I'll be locked up in there. Now, off to your wild blue yonders.
You promise you'll lock your doors immediately?
I promise. Besides, I'll be in bed before half an hour is gone, with your pillow beside me.
My pillow?
Well, I have to have something to keep me company while you're away. Sometimes in the night when it does get a little lonely, I reach over and touch it. Then it doesn't seem so lonely anymore.
All right.
A crazy kid. I do love you, darling. See you Thursday.
Goodbye, honey.
Don't forget your Winstons.
You know I'm not leaving you here until you're locked safely inside.
All right, darling. If you're especially nice, I may even lock the side door.
And be sure you keep the yard lights on.
Why do I feel like she's going to be perished? She's like not being serious. She's not taking anything serious. What, this guy's going to fucking take down a Martian with 757 fucking American line?
You're mighty
Airlines?
silent this trip, Jeff.
Huh?
You haven't spoken 10 words since takeoff.
I guess I'm preoccupied, Danny.
We've got 33 passengers back there that have time to be preoccupied. Flying this flybird doesn't give you that opportunity.
I guess you're right, Danny.
Paula,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong between you two.
Oh, no, nothing like that. Just that I'm worried, she being there alone and those strange things flying over the house and those incidents in the graveyard these past few days. It's just got me worried.
Well, maybe they haven't figured out those crazy skybirds yet, but I'd give you 50 to 1 odds the police have cleared up that cemetery thing by now.
I hope so.
If you're really that worried, Jeff, why don't you radio in and find out? Mac should be on duty at the field by now. He could call Paul and relay the message to you.
Hi, Edie.
Hi, Silence. I haven't heard a word from this end of the plane since we left the field.
I've just been giving himself and me a study in silence.
The boys aren't feuding.
No, Edie, nothing like that.
Hey, Edie, how about you and me balling it up in Albuquerque?
Albuquerque, have you read that flight schedule, boy?
What about it?
We land in Albuquerque at 4 a.m. That's strictly a 9 o'clock town.
Well, I know a friend that'll help us.
Let's have the problem first. Huh, Danny?
Oh, he's worried about Paula.
I read about that cemetery business. I tried to get you kids not to buy too near one of those things. We get there soon enough as it is.
He thought it'd be quiet and peaceful there.
No doubt
One of
about
those
that.
things. You know, those
Quite all
flesh-eating
right, like
things.
a tomb. I'm sorry, Jeff. That was a bad joke. Say, I almost forgot what I came in here for. How's the coffee situation?
That's for me.
It sure wouldn't hurt the thing, Edie.
Okay, be right back. And say, Jeff, make that call to Mac.
Nah, not only she throw cold water on my Albuquerque plan, but now she's repeating herself. How about that Albuquerque ball?
I can't resist your charm, Danny boy.
Albuquerque Mall of Weed.
Residents near the cemetery paid little attention to the blast of thunder and the flash of lightning. But from the blast arose the moving figure of the dead old man.
Awesome. If I could watch the original 1930 whatever Dracula on this channel and not get in trouble for it, I would.
Well, hi, Mac. Sure, I'm all right. I just fell asleep. Tell Jeff I'm all right. Okay, Mac. Thanks for calling. Good night.
Excuse me. How'd he get in? I thought you locked all the doors. All right, where's the constipated broad? So is their house right by the cemetery? Yes, I missed that part. Like, why is she running around the cemetery? And now it's light. Looks like every other chick I can get at this show. Oh, is this the cop? That'd be one clause.
Mrs. Trent! Mrs. Trent! What's wrong? What the fuck, man?
This is Bela Lugosi's last movie. He's not in like the whole thing. That's why they got so many stand-ins. That's me and Toast walking around.
They'll be at the hatch in a moment. You can open it now, Tanner. Turn off the electrodes quickly. They can't tell us from anyone else.
What's going on in here?
It's tough to find something when you don't know what you're looking for.
Oh,
I
he's
don't think the
sewer
lieutenant
dead.
does either. Then what are we doing out here? I was off duty an hour ago.
Oh, don't ask me any questions. I'm just a hard hand just like you.
What do you suppose that noise was?
Whatever it was, it's no more strange than the other things happening around this cemetery.
Spirits like old Farmer Caller talked about.
Well, maybe.
The only spirits he saw tonight were those I smelled on his breath.
Well, don't forget, Miss Trent claims to have seen them, too. She didn't have anything on her breath.
She was hysterical.
True, she was frightened and in a state of shock. But don't forget that torn nightgown and the scratched feet.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Guess that's why you're a detective lieutenant and I'm still a uniformed cop.
Sometimes it's only the breaks, Larry. Meantime, let's get...
Lieutenant, did you hear that?
How could we help it? It sure was strange.
Know what it was?
No more than you do. Went for orders. I get out of here right now.
It was a saucer.
A flying saucer? Makes you say that.
Do you remember the noise we heard the other night?
We were knocked to the ground. How could I forget?
Exactly. But you're not remembering that sound.
There you're wrong, Lieutenant. I'm with the fact the sound is similar, but what about the blinding light?
Well, haven't you heard? And many times the saucer hasn't had a glow. Or a light of any kind, for that matter.
That proves it. What next, Lieutenant?
Oh, Lieutenant, maybe this doesn't mean much, but Jamie Meade found a grave that looks like it's been busted into.
What? Where?
Why?
Come on, man, out with it. We haven't got all day to waste.
Oh, just over there beyond the crib.
All right, show us the way.
Look, here it is, Lieutenant.
It's been broken into, all right.
Strange. If someone had broken in, the dirt should be piled up here somewhere. It looks like it's fallen into the grave.
Larry, you'll be out of uniform before you know it.
Do we have the right to look down there, Lieutenant?
Technically, no.
No?
Well, this spot looks familiar, though. We shouldn't investigate any further without the permission of next of kin.
Let's go get it.
How? I see what you mean. The gravestone's down there.
Well, let's go down and find out whose grave it is.
How?
By going down and finding out.
Yeah.
Are you sure you mean that, Lieutenant?
If I didn't mean it, I wouldn't have said it. Scared?
Well, why do I always get hooked up with these spook details? Monsters, graves, bodies. Oh, all right. Casket's here, but nobody's in it.
Can you read the name on the casket?
It's too dark. Give me a flashlight.
How about a match?
We sure could try it. Let me have them.
Okay.
It's Inspector Clay's grave, but he ain't in it.
but no good.
But meanwhile, at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C.,
Right, G2. Come in. Yes, of course. I'll keep in touch. Come in, Colonel Edwards. Close the door. At ease, Colonel. Thank you, sir. Sit down. I understand, Colonel, you've been on tap for many of our saucer attacks.
I'm in charge of field operations, sir.
You believe there are such things as flying saucers, Colonel?
Yes, sir.
You've seen them?
Yes, sir.
You realize there's a government directive stating that there is no such thing as a flying saucer?
Yes, sir.
You stand by your statement that you've seen flying saucers?
Well, yes, sir.
This could mean a court-martial, admitting this against direct orders.
General Roberts, may I speak freely?
You may.
How could I hope to hold down my command if I didn't believe in what I saw and shot at?
I like you, Colonel.
Thank you, sir.
There are flying saucers. There's no doubt they are in our skies. They've been there for some time.
What are we going to do about them?
Who knows?
Then they really are there.
I thought you were convinced of that.
I am.
We've had contact with them.
Contact? How?
Radio.
They speak our language?
Well, not quite. We received messages from their spaceships. For a while, it came in as just a lot of jumbled noise.
And now, sir?
Well, since they first tried contact with us by radio, we've developed a language computer. A machine that breaks down any language to our own.
General, what's this all got to do with me?
Well, you've been in charge of saucer field activity for a long while. I think it's about time you heard these recordings. You mind?
Mind? Huh, I'm anxious.
Don't be a pussy.
This is Eros, a space soldier from a planet of your galaxy. I fully realize our language differences. However, I also know you finally have perfected the dictal robotary, or as you on Earth call it, the language computer. So you can now understand that which I speak. Since the beginning of your time, we have been far beyond your planet. It has taken you centuries to even grasp what we developed eons of your years ago. Do you still believe it impossible we exist? You didn't actually think you were the only inhabited planet in the universe. How can any race be so stupid? Permit me to set your mind at ease. We do not want to conquer your planet, only save it. We could have destroyed it long ago if that had been our aim. Our principal purpose is friendly. I admit we have had to take certain means which you might refer to as criminal. But that is because of your big guns, which have destroyed some of our representatives. If you persist in denying us our landings, then we must only accept that you do not want us on friendly terms. We then have no alternative but to destroy you before you destroy us. With your ancient juvenile minds, you have developed explosives too fast for your minds to conceive what you are doing. You are on the verge of destroying the entire universe. We are a part of that universe. This is our last.
That's the end of that one. Atmospheric conditions in outer space often interfere with transmitting.
How many of these recordings do you have, General?
An even dozen up to now. This was the last one. We received it over a month ago.
You think they mean business?
We can't afford to take any chances. Come over here. You ever been to Hollywood?
Oh, a couple of times, a few years ago.
You're going to be there in the morning. Just a few minutes from Hollywood, in the town of San Fernando, reports have come in of saucers flying so low the exhaust knocked people to the ground. There have even been stated claims of saucer landings. Major Carlson will replace you while you're out there. You're the best man for the job of attempting to contact them. Find them, Colonel. See what in hell it is they want.
All right, sir.
These are confidential reports, Colonel. Read them over carefully on the plane. Turn them over to intelligence when you get to Los Angeles. They'll have further orders for disposition.
Yes, sir.
Colonel Edwards?
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
And while you're at it, go get me a caramel apple. Roy
We are ready
Rogers
to
singing
report,
about
Excellency.
aliens.
You are many days late.
It was unavoidable. We tried to
I'd fuck with
transmit
it.
via televisor, but atmospheric conditions made transmission impossible.
You should have transmitted as soon as conditions permitted.
I thought time was of the essence. Suspicion has fallen upon our movements. Our ships have been viewed near the point of operations.
And what has this added time gained, Eros?
We have successfully risen 3 of the dead ones.
Permit me to see one.
Bring in the big one. Use your small electrode gun.
I have taken 2 ships from your command.
But that will leave only my ship.
It is necessary that you continue your mission alone. I have need of your other ships elsewhere. Even though you have risen 3 of the Earth's dead, the plan is far from successful. And you, Eros, must prove it an operational success before more time, energy, ships, and your countrymen may be spent on it.
We will not fail. Everything is on our side.
Not everything. You do not have the live Earth people. You reported that your ship was viewed at the scene of your present operations.
That is correct.
They have been viewed many times, but not at the scene of operations. Something must be done about that.
Stop him, Tanner. He's close enough. Turn off your electrode gun. No! No! Stop him, Tanner!
I can't get it. It's jammed.
Stop him, you fool!
Drop the gun to the floor, Tanner. The metal will break contact.
That was too close.
Yes. Bring the giant here that I may get a better look at him. Yes, he's a fine specimen. Are they all this powerful on planet Earth?
This one is an exception, Excellency.
What are the other 2 like?
One is a woman, the other an old man.
An old man, you say?
Yes, Excellency.
This gives me a plan. Put the big one away.
Pick up your electrode gun. Make sure it's in working order before pointing it at him.
Whatever made it jam seems to have been cleared by the fall.
Take him back to the ship.
Give me the geezer.
The old one must be sacrificed. Re-land on Earth. Send the old one to enter a dwelling. Then cut the electrokinetic and turn on your ship's decomposure ray. The result will astound those watching. Astound them enough to delay their intention until you have gained your other recruits from the cemetery.
Yes, Excellency. It'll be done.
Report to me when this has been accomplished.
I don't like either one of these goofballs.
Eros,
The Earth people are getting closer to that which we fear, since they will not listen
He's like
or
a
respect
alien
our
human
existence.
version of
They
Stewie
cannot help but
Griffin.
believe our powers when they see their own dead walking round again, brought about by our advancement in such things. As soon as you have enough of the dead recruits, march them on the capitals of the earth. Let nothing stand in your way. Their own dead will be used to make them accept our existence and believe in that fact.
Anyway, I'm bored.
Mr. Miss Strand, this is Colonel Edwards from Washington, D.C.
Good evening, Colonel.
Hello, Colonel. Colonel would like to ask you a few questions. Questions? What about, Colonel?
May I sit down?
Oh, I'm
No, you're
sorry.
not
Please
sick.
do.
I want to ask you about your strange experience the other night when you saw the flying saucer.
After that, the police brought me home. I hope I never see such a sight again.
Well, after your description, I don't think I'd want to see it either. One thing more. After you were forced to the ground by that blast of wind, was it a hot or cold blast?
It's kind of hard to explain. Wasn't hot, wasn't cold. It was just a terrific force. We couldn't get off the ground.
The light blinded me so badly, I couldn't see a thing. We could only feel the pressure of the wind until it was gone. When the glare left us, we could see a glowing ball disappearing off in the distance,
Which way?
toward the cemetery.
This is the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
And every word of it's true, too.
That's the fantastic part of it.
Colonel, we found a lot of suspicious things out in that cemetery. Then again, didn't find anything to base a fact or suspicion on. Hey, you hear anything? You see anything out there, Kelton?
Too dark, Lieutenant. But something started stinking awful bad.
Yeah, you just stay out there.
There's something out there.
What do you make of that?
She got me. Didn't look that way a minute ago.
What about your man?
Oh, the excitement I forgot all about, Kelton. He'll be all right in a few minutes.
Did you see that thing? Did you get it?
We got it.
What was it? It didn't fall. I fired every bullet I had.
So did I. I don't know what it was or what happened. But unless that bag of bones over there can reassemble itself, it's out of the running now. Colonel, I've been out here so often, you think I've taken a lease on this place.
Not a long lease, I hope.
I see what you mean. But you know, I can't help but feel the answer's out here somewhere.
Is the girl safe?
Mrs. Trent, you better stay with the car.
Stay here alone? Not on your life.
Modern women.
Yeah, they've been that way all down through the ages, especially in a spot like this.
Calvin. Yes, sir. Stay with Mrs. Trent.
All right, Lieutenant.
Now, you stay close to the officer, honey.
I'd feel safer with you.
Now, the lieutenant knows best.
Well, I don't like it, but I guess there isn't much I can do about it.
You have a gun?
No.
You know how to use one?
After 4 years in the Marine Corps?
Here.
You think we'll need these?
You never tell. Let's get going.
Well, I almost died, so I might as well smoke a cigarette. Get 1 inch closer.
Would expect to find out here.
Well, there's only one answer to that, Mr. Trent. We'll know when we find it. Inspector Clay's grave right over here.
Is that the one you told me was broken into?
Yes.
This it?
Yeah.
Looks to me like someone had broken out instead of in.
I figured that, but that's impossible. Look, Colonel, some things just can't happen.
Yeah, well, after that apparition that was draped across Mr. Trent's patio, I would say we should keep our minds open to anything.
Look, Colonel, I'm a policeman. I've got to deal in facts. But I guess I'll have to go along with you. You know, I'll bet my badge right now.
That
We
does
haven't
sound
seen the
good,
last
maybe,
of
so
those weirdies.
when this is done, I think I'm gonna go downstairs and have some
They'll
leftover
discover our
meatloaf.
ship soon.
You're going to let them find us?
It's the only way. These are the same men who have been so close so often. They must be halted before they can inform others about us.
But there were others in the car.
They'll be taken too. Send the big one for the girl and the policeman. I'll turn on the dictal robotary so we may converse with them.
You know, maybe we're barking up the wrong tree.
One thing a policeman learns, Mr. Trent, is patience.
Where's that burn spot you mentioned?
Right over there. Look. We'll investigate, but move carefully.
Yeah, it sucks, Lisa. Just make sure to stay hydrated at the very least. At a bare minimum.
A moment or two more, and you will be the first live Earth people ever to enter a celestial ship.
Wow. Boy, how can anything that big hide for so long a time?
Never heard metal sound like that before. What do you see?
Only my reflection. Must be some kind of one-way glass.
I wonder how you get into this thing.
I'm not sure I want to find out.
They're just outside. You can open the outer hatch now.
Look out!
You going in that thing?
That's what we're here for.
I don't know. The way these things speed around, we might just get in there and off it goes.
That's a chance we take.
Well, I took a chance on those earlier airplanes. Might just as well see what the inside of one of these looks like. Got your guns ready?
I'll tell you one thing. If a little green man pops out of me, I'm shooting first and asking questions later.
They're in the outer chamber now. Eros, do we have to kill them?
Yes.
Seems such a waste.
Well, wouldn't it be better to kill a few now than, with their meddling, permit them to destroy the entire universe?
You're always right, Eros.
Of course. But those are not my words. Those are the words of the ruler.
You two stay right where you're at.
We will do as you command. For the moment.
No for the moment about it. You just do as I tell you.
These guys just do not look worried.
You do not need guns.
Maybe we think we do.
They would be of no use to you now.
They've been mighty useful before on flesh and blood. And you two look like you've got a lot of both.
True, they would be effective upon us. If you were to have the opportunity to use them.
Mister, if you don't get away from that control board, I'll show you just how effective they can be.
Shall we talk now or wait? Your friends will be here shortly.
What friends?
Those you left at the vehicle.
If you've done anything to Paula...
Take it easy, Mr. Trent. Oh, I assure you no harm has come to her. Would you like to see?
He's necking with the
Next time you
big
try
bald
that,
guy.
I won't aim at the board.
You're a headstrong young man. I was only going to turn on the televisor so you could see her movements.
Go ahead, my friend, but move very carefully.
She's playing charades. With Uncle Fester.
She's only fainted.
You fiend.
I? A fiend? I am a soldier of our planet. I? A fiend? We did not come here as enemies. We came only with friendly intentions, to talk, to ask your aid.
Our aid?
Yes.
You're asking for
Your
AIDS?
aid for the whole universe. But your governments of Earth refused even to accept our existence. Even though you've seen us, heard our messages, you still refuse to accept us.
Why is it so important that you want to contact the governments of our Earth?
Because of death. Because all you of Earth are idiots.
Now, you just hold on, Buster.
I know
you
that's
hold
right.
on. First was your firecracker, a harmless explosive. Then your hand grenade. They began to kill your own people a few at a time. Then the bomb. Then a larger bomb. Many people are killed at one time. Then your scientists stumbled upon the atom bomb.
split the atom. Then the hydrogen bomb, where you actually explode the air itself. Now,
The weather people don't know what the fuck they're talking about every time, Louis. So
served by our sun.
Clears up for you in time.
The only explosion left is the Solarbonite.
Why, there's no such thing.
Perhaps to you, but we've known it for centuries. Your scientists will stumble upon it as they have all the others. But the juvenile minds which you possess will not comprehend its strength until it's too late.
You're way above our heads.
The Solarbonite is a way to explode the actual particles of sunlight.
But that's impossible.
If I'm not
Even
mistaken,
now,
I think
scientists
we're getting
are working
close
on a way
the
to
end of the
harness
movie.
the sun's rays.
That was only like an hour and
The rays of
15 minutes.
sunlight are minute particles. Is it so far from your imagination they cannot do as I have suggested?
Why, a particle of sunlight can't even be seen or measured.
Can you see or measure an atom? Yet you can explode one. A ray of sunlight is made up of many atoms.
So what if we do develop this solanite bomb? We'd be even a stronger nation than now.
Stronger. You see? You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid! Stupid!
That's all I'm taking from you.
Get back here, you jerk!
Let him finish.
He just slapped the taste out of his mouth.
It's because of men like you that all must be destroyed. Headstrong, violent, no use of the mind God gave you.
You talk of God?
You also think it impossible that we too might think of God? You, who wear the uniform of your country. You see, I wear the uniform of my country. Yes, we've had to use drastic means to get to you, but you left us no alternative. When you have the Solarbonite, you have nothing. Nor does the universe.
You speak of solanite, but just what is it?
Take a can of your gasoline. Say, this can of gasoline is the sun. Now, you spread a thin line of it to a ball, representing the earth. Now, the gasoline represents the sunlight, the sun particles. Here we saturate the ball with the gasoline, the sunlight. Then we put a flame to the ball. The flame will speedily travel around the earth, back along the line of gasoline to the can, or the sun itself. It will explode this source and spread to every place that gasoline, our sunlight, touches. Explode the sunlight here, gentlemen. You explode the universe. Explode the sunlight here, and a chain reaction will occur direct to the sun itself and to all the planets that sunlight touches. To every planet in the universe. This is why you must be stopped. This is why any means must be used to stop you. In a friendly manner, or as it seems, you want it.
He's mad.
Mad? Is it mad that you destroy other people to save yourselves? You have done this. Is it mad that one country must destroy another to save themselves? You have also done this. How then is it mad that one planet must destroy another who threatens the very existence?
That's enough! In my land, women are for advancing the race, not for fighting man's battle. Life is not so expansive on my planet. We don't cling to it like you do. Our entire aim is for the development of our planet.
What happened to you?
How come you're all alone? I asked for lots of help.
You sounded drunk or something on the radio.
If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I'd never believe it.
Believe what?
It was horrible. And he almost broke my shoulder.
Look, what are you trying to say? If you don't make sense, we'll never get to the bottom of this. Now, who slugged you?
Inspector Clay.
What?
It was Clay, all right. Only not like we remembered him.
Or delayed if you want.
Well, his way was busted into, wasn't it?
Next, you'll tell me you saw skeletons.
We did, earlier.
Now I know you're off your rocker.
All of us saw it. The lieutenant, the colonel, everybody.
Where's the lieutenant now?
We gotta find him. Mrs. Trent is gone. I was left here to guard her. But Clay showed up and put me out of the running. And the second time tonight, and I'm getting darn tired of it.
Which way were they going?
Off that way.
Come on.
Come on.
Then one day it could all be gone. One big puff of smoke and ball of fire. All that out there. The stars, the planets, all just an empty void.
You two had better come
No.
along with us.
Finish that one.
Come with you?
Where? The police station.
So it seems you think you have the upper
Here,
hand.
take this with you.
Look out that window.
There's a couple in there. So.
Jeff.
I'm gonna make my way into a get on.
And I'll be turning it off as soon as I get downstairs.
But he would kill in seconds if I so choose.
Fine. Or just. Come on, Lois.
Holy cow.
You gotta walk down this stairs.
Yes.
Look there. It's Clay, all right. There's no mistaking that.
And he's got Mrs. Trent.
Get your gun ready.
From all I've seen tonight, guns won't do any good. Clay is dead, and we buried him. How are we going to kill somebody that's already dead? Dead! And yet there he stands. That other one earlier, I emptied a full clip into.
I'm seeing it. That's the only reason I'm listening to you. Look, I've got an idea. Hurt him or not, we've got to try something. I'm going to sneak up behind him and whop him over the head. That ought to make a move. Follow me. Even when Clay was alive, he couldn't run fast enough to catch me. So when he does, you grab Mrs. Trent and run like lightning in the opposite direction.
Oh, you think it'll work?
Know of anything else to try?
Guy talks funny.
Oh, I'll be all right. Take care of the others.
Your men have felled
That was totally voiced over.
This could only happen because the electrode ray is off. He'll walk again when I turn it on.
Hold it. Right there. Suppose the lieutenant and the others are in that thing.
Well, supposing there are Martians or something in there.
Still up here.
Come on, let's go. Open up in there. Open up.
Get that door open. Colonel, I wouldn't know one switch from another.
Hold on to him, Eros. I'll have the ship in the air in a minute.
Get out of here, Jeff. The ship's on fire.
Negan would have said, "Look at my dirty girl."
Wait,
Oh, I wonder if that's the last we'll see of them.
Perhaps. But sooner or later, there'll be others.
Look!
Have they caught that woman? That thing yet?
Hey, that's right. There's another ghoul running loose.
And it's my guess that she'll look like him. With the ship and the ray gun gone, they have no control. We gotta hand it to them, though. They're far ahead of us.
My friend, you have seen this incident based on sworn testimony. Can you prove that it didn't happen? Perhaps on your way home, someone will pass you in the dark, and you will never know it, for they will be from outer space. Many scientists believe that another world is watching us this moment. We once laughed at the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now some of us laugh at outer space. God help us in the future.
Yeah, what you said. You fucking weirdo. You fucking weird guy, you. You weird fucking guy, you. Folks, I think that's going to wrap it up. We went a good, I'm going to say we went 3 hours because we got fucked out of the first 15. That wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Seriously, I told WLG, I know he'll probably look at some, but look at some public domain royalty-free movies. And give me some suggestions for the next couple ones. We'll play what you guys want. It's got to be royalty-free. It's got to be public domain. This one had a copyright at the beginning, and we use it just fine. So, that being said, ladies and germs, it is meatloaf time. Meatloaf in bed. Thank you all very much, everybody that was here. Came through and supported. Give me some suggestions. Keep it classy. Video coming out tomorrow at noon Central. The Ragu Hot Ones editions. I try them out. Tell you what I think about them. So that's coming up, and yeah. Thank you all very much for having me a part of your Saturday nights. You guys are the best. We'll see you soon. Peace out.